on here tonight. Thanks, Danielle and Joss. You two are amazing. And this is my favorite time of the evening when we get to do these calls, because honestly, it's so fun to see everybody coming in from all over the world. And the people on this call are just some of my greatest friends in the whole world. I'm just so grateful for all of you. So you're going to hear a lot of stories tonight. This is all about just listening and learning and just hopefully getting inspired by some of the speakers that we have. We're not going to ask you to buy anything. We're not selling anything. It's not one of those things. So just sit back and relax and have fun. This is all about the FreeLife Movement. And it's really us wanting to share with you how we've been able to give ourselves more options. And we also have a ton of solutions, whether it's solutions for your health. That's an area that we're really passionate about. All of the things that we share are based in research and actually based in lifestyle, not in a trend or a fix or a celebrity endorsement or something like that. It's really the real deal. It's about actually getting you healthy for the long term using whole food nutrition. And you're going to hear a little bit more about some of the solutions that we use to help people with that. So it's why all of us are a part of the Healthy Living Revolution and partnering with the Juice Plus company as well to be able to offer that to people. But on the other hand, we also get to really help people with solutions for life and giving people more freedom to actually do the things that they want to do and live the life that they want to live. So I'm very passionate about this. I personally have used the solutions that we share through our community for 22 years now. No choice. And so you're going to hear a little bit about what that's done to help other people. But also fast forward, my life has completely been transformed as my husband and I, Jake, who you'll also hear from, have really taken this on and wanted to create a life that we wanted to live. So I'll share my story with you at the very end of this call. And I'm going to start by just turning it over to Emily to share her story with y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. Well, I'm so glad that each and every one of you guys are on the phone tonight. I couldn't get my computer to work, so here I am on my phone. Love that we can do this business from anywhere. My story started about 5 years ago. I was an avid runner in college, was running half and full marathons, and I had no idea what nutrition was, guys. I was coming home from 10-mile runs. I was eating pizza and pasta because I just got done running 10 miles. And I quickly realized that I wasn't recovering from my workouts. I will never forget, running one of my half marathons and literally not being able to walk. My body had so much inflammation. And so I love to say that I was totally physically fit, but I was not nutritionally fit. And so a good friend of mine, Casey, introduced me to whole food in a capsule. It was Juice Plus. And like I said, I didn't really know what I didn't know. And so I started taking Juice Plus. At the time in college, I was getting strep throat about every 4 to 6 weeks. It was like clockwork. And I just thought that was normal. But once I started taking Juice Plus, my strep throat immediately went away. I was recovering from workouts. I was feeling better. I was actually able to walk the next day after a race. And that's when I realized that whatever we were putting in our bodies was truly fuel. Food is fuel. So for me, it was just a lot of education. And so if you guys are just on the call tonight just to learn more about how you can get whole food into your diet, you are in the right place. So I'm so grateful that I said yes. I have not been on an antibiotic in over 5 years. I've been able to take this nutrition back to our family. What made sense for our family was there was clinical research. So it's literally food in a capsule. It wasn't a supplement. It has a food and nutrition label. There was tons of clinical research showing that, less inflammation, better DNA. The list goes on and on. So it just made sense for us, and we loved that it was just food. So grateful that I said yes. My nutrition has completely taken a 360, and I'm now training for my first triathlon. So I always say, I feel better now at 24 years old than I did going into college as a freshman at 18. So it's pretty incredible what food can do, and I'm just so excited to be on the call sharing tonight. I'm going to turn it over to my friend Emily. Emily's are taking over the call tonight. So thanks so much for being on the call, guys.
Hey everybody, thanks Em. So Em and I actually have a very similar product story. Mine actually starts about 2 years back. I was a personal trainer working, oh my gosh, like 50 to 80 hours a week. I know it's kind of crazy, but with client loads, it's always unexpected. And my hours would start at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would take like a midday nap, and then I would work until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And that was my routine, day in and day out. I had graduated from college with my degree in exercise science, and I had all of these dreams and all of these goals of just owning my own full business and really taking the world by storm and doing my own thing. But you graduate, and like, how do you do that? So that was kind of the little quarter life crisis that I was in when I first found Juice Plus, or Juice Plus found me. My friend Lainey, who you will hear from shortly, actually introduced me to it. But that's kind of where I really first heard about it. And as a personal trainer, I was so tuned into the science part and so tuned into the exercise, I didn't have a clue about the nutrition. I was eating protein bars, protein shakes, and McDonald's every single day on the way in between clients, just trying to fit in what I could nutritionally. So the products just made complete sense. I mean, it was whole food, and I knew I needed more of it. I knew my entire family needed more of it. But what really got me was actually the research, like Emily had mentioned. As a personal trainer, I was approached all the time by several different things, and I always gave them a good look, but this really made sense to me because they did have that solid research to back it up. So I took a look and I said yes, and that just made complete sense. And like I said, you know, at the time, my goals and dreams were on the back burner, so the business really made sense to me as well. The gym that I was working for, I felt really undervalued and overworked and definitely underpaid, and this just opened up my eyes to a whole new world. So you're going to hear a lot of amazing stories, but I will tell you that fast forward 2 years later, today to be exact, I actually was able to launch my own personal business, and that was all because of the Juice Plus company. I never could have really realized my dreams and went after them and achieved them and had a support system without this in place. So thank you all for being my support system. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it on to my friend Jake.
So exciting. Well, my name is Jake Rude. So I have my wife holding the whiteboard here because that's how we roll out here. And there she is. Hi. So I used to eat 15 corn dogs a week back in high school. And I met my wife at UCLA. She basically said, if you're going to date me, you're going to be on Juice Plus. I wanted to date her, so I got on Juice Plus. I got off all my meds that I've been on since I was 12. So it was a major life change for me, just in a matter of like 4 or 5 months. But the business is what really spoke to me because I was a theater major. I wasn't going anywhere anytime soon in, you know, the financial world. I got into PR right out of college. And most people kind of forget that traditional business is like a pyramid. I don't know if you guys see that. Yeah, you kind of can. So it is a pyramid. So you have your regional manager, you have your CEO at the top, you have your regional managers, your board of directors, regional managers, site managers, floor managers, and then you have little old me. So I was most likely never going to be Mr. Terry of Mr. Terry Hines and Associates. Maybe I could have moved up a couple rungs in the ladder, but I would have had to sacrifice time, would have had to sacrifice my health. I'm sure I would have had to just make a bunch of sacrifices, not make that much money at the end of the day. A job is just over broke, in my opinion. So what I love about the Juice Plus business model, I'm like very bad erasing, is that it is like a square. So everyone starts at the same level and everyone has the same opportunity to move up to the top. And the top level is called National Marketing Director. And to own a franchise with the company, it is only $50 a year. Yes, I said $50. I mean, there's 52 weeks in a year, so you do the math. But National Marketing Director, my wife and I, we get full corporate health benefits as private contractors. So we get vision, dental, disability, tuition for our kids one day when we have kids. I mean, it's just insane what we get. So that really spoke to me. Also, being able to work from wherever we want. All of this is virtual. So the Juice Plus business model is really cool because you never have any product on hand. You never have any other than your own. And you don't have to ship anything to people. The company ships product directly to consumer, and I'll go into how we get paid in a second. But I didn't know that many people going out of college. So I was like, how do I learn and how do I do this? So here was me, and I'll talk to you about the power of numbers. So I told my buddy Griff, and Griff told Xander, and then Xander told Angela, and then Angela told Paula, and then Paula told her mom, Janine. So just right there, I told one guy, and all of a sudden, I know a bunch more people, but I didn't just tell one guy. I told a couple people, and he told a couple people, and then his buddy told like a gajillion people, And you see very quickly how a network can quickly grow just by talking to a few people right out of the gate. So for this business, you don't have to talk to a million people. You just need to get a couple of very excited people who want to maybe feel a little healthier, want to get more fruits and vegetables in their diet, want to make some extra money, and possibly buy an eraser. So I think like the most exciting thing for me in this business is that we get paid in retail sales profit, just like you were at a clothing store, but you don't have any product on hand. So you're that connector. We also get a commission, and this is the beach money. This is when you get paid for not working or not work. You get paid for the work you've done in the past, and we get up to 22% commission on orders. And all this comes from the company's advertising budget. So we never take a penny out of anybody else's sales. We're allowed to create a team, and we're incentivized to do that because a rising tide lifts all ships. We get a bonus in the form of the company's advertising budget for helping these people. And we also get paid in bonuses, like I just said. We get individual bonus checks. We get a 5% and a 4% bonus. It is awesome. My wife and I, we just bought a house out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I never would have thought that 27 years old, we'd be living the dream. And 3 years ago, if you would have told me this was going on, I wouldn't believe you. But it's a very exciting time to be part of this. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my girl, Casey.
Okay. Hi, guys. I am actually outside of a restaurant right now. We're celebrating an impromptu birthday with my family. So hopefully you can hear me well with these cars passing. But anyway, I'm Casey. I'm 25 and I live in Nashville. I'm currently in St. Louis. And I've been taking Juice Plus for 14 years. And I think 4 of those years I've been involved with the company, and I've been doing this full time. So I went to school, right out of high school, went to college. I studied nutrition. That's what I wanted to do. I had this, seed planted at a really young age because of this company. And I wanted to pursue that. And so I just jumped into college because that's what I thought everyone did. And after 3 years of that, I dropped out because I just saw that that was not the life that I wanted to live. And I didn't want to graduate with this degree and then work in the basement in a dietetic office and not even see the light of day. So anyway, kind of fast forward 4 years later, here I am. This is my full-time thing. I'm a qualified national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. Super close to national marketing director. And the thing that I love the most about it, there's kind of these 3 pillars that we talk about: health, time, and financial freedom. And time is huge. Time is what gives me the ability to travel all of the time and spend time with the people that I love and do the things that I want to do. So here I am tonight, Sunday night, with my family in St. Louis celebrating my birthday. And I don't have to worry about waking up tomorrow morning and going back to work or getting back to Nashville to get back to my job. It's just kind of, our way of life. So my fiance and I, we're getting married over in Italy in September next month. So we're taking 3 weeks out of September just to go over to Europe and kind of travel around. And that's the first time that either one of us get to be able to do that. And I don't have to take time off. Do that with this business. I'm going to have my smartphone and we're going to have our laptop and we just get to work from wherever. So that's kind of the beauty of the virtual franchise, is that even though we get to travel and, you get to travel with a lot of jobs, but, waiting for those 2 weeks of vacation that you get from your boss every year is not the way that I wanted to live. And so being able to take 3 weeks next month and just go and travel, but also continue to work our business because it's what we love, it's just a part of our life, is amazing, and still get that paycheck, still get paid for those 3 weeks that we're taking off. So it's just a really incredible thing. We have lots of dreams. A huge dream that I had growing up was just to travel the world and just to be able to, you know, take my family once we have babies and just take them with us and go see everything that's out there, because it's amazing. And it's a really cool thing that this business allows us to do that. So really looking forward to the future. And I don't know a lot of people that can say that or still have that, you know, not ability to dream. Everyone has the ability to dream, but not everyone uses it. So I just want to leave you guys with that. You know, if you are in that place, or you know someone in that place that just kind of has accepted the fate of normal in our society, then just think about like what is inside of you that really speaks to you or really fires you up. You know, those dreams that you have inside of you that, you know, you just kind of shove off to the side and say, you know, oh, I could never do that, or oh, that's crazy. It's possible. So just keep dreaming, or start to dream if you have stopped. So that's all I have to say for tonight. I'm going to pass it over to Danielle. And yeah, again, just thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Casey. Hi everyone, I am Danielle. I'm from England, but we currently live in New York, but we are currently in North Carolina. So we have a bit of a crazy life. I joined this business 4 years ago, well, 3.5 years ago. And I was 18 at the time. I was super naive to like this opportunity and what it could potentially be for me. I had literally like no idea and just said yes, like you do, you know, when you, one second. You know, how do I do this? Okay. You know, when you're super young and you just get presented with something and you're just like, yeah, sure, like I'm gonna do whatever, like I'm not really sure on what this is or anything like that. So I just like ran with it. And then I was able to do some incredible things that I never really imagined that was going to come from this business. I was able to meet my partner, Joss, who we actually met at a Juice Plus event, just like this one, but in actual person. And he's from America, and I'm obviously from England, if you haven't already told. And we've been able to build this business and be able to spend so much time together because of our freedom that we have with this business, and the fact that you can build your business from this little device here is incredible. And it's allowed us to be able to build our relationship, and probably if we didn't have this business we probably wouldn't be together, because we've been able to spend so much time together and just be back and forth from the UK back to America, and now actually be living here is so incredible. And the fact that you can now in our world in this 21st century, the fact that you can grow a business from your phone is so powerful. And my mentor in this business says, if you're not making money from your phone, it's not a smartphone, it's a dumb phone. And I love that because it's so true. And we see so many people on like Instagram and blogging and vlogging and all these things where they're like creating their own business and revenue and monetizing their social media, and that's exactly what we get to do. But rather than doing it on your own, we get to do this as a team. We get to inspire other people and uplift other people to be able to do it together, rather than you just winning. You get to win with a whole bunch of people. And I know for me, like, it's amazing being able to travel and being able to do all these cool things, go to Hawaii, go to Australia, all these fun things. But it's so much more fun to do it like together with a group of people who you're friends with, who are all on the same mission, who are inspired, uplifted, and just ready to like roll with it. And as you can see on this call, we have some incredible people here in the US, but you also make friends all over the world, where you can travel and build your business from your phone or from your laptop or from your iPad or from mouth to mouth if you really want to do that way as well. And I just think that it's so incredible, and it's allowed us to do so many amazing things. Like last year I was able to take my mum to Australia to see my brother, who she hadn't seen for 2 years, and just be able to surprise her for her 50th birthday and pay for her to come to Australia was such a huge thing for me, because at like 20, well, let's rewind probably like 6 months before that, I was probably thinking, oh my God, how do I even buy my mum a birthday present? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation before, at like Christmas or birthdays, where you're like just like pulling in the dollars from anywhere you can and just finding a random present just because you feel like you have to give something, but you don't really have the finances to be able to give. So being able to build this business from our phone or from our laptop, wherever we are in the world,
has really been able to change our life and change so many of our teams, and as you can see on this call as well, so many people's lives. So I'm going to pass this over to Jake. Jake Kelly, she's an amazing woman, and I cannot wait for me to hear from her, but you guys to hear from her also. So passing it over to you, Jake.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle. Hey, guys. So my name is Jake Kelly, and I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. And just like Jenna, I've been using Juice Plus for 22, going on 23 years now. And, obviously played a huge role in my life. And I watched my mom really create this amazing empire with this company. And I played Division I sports in college, and both my parents came and flew to every game I ever played in all across the country. And I got the value of this business. I got that was some freedom, some time, and some financial freedom that I really wanted. But I had a hard time seeing how I was going to do this because I did not feel like I was a salesperson. And that was really stuck in my head of like, how do I do this and not be salesy? Like I couldn't figure it out. And really what I had to come to realize is that like no one likes being sold to. No one likes that feeling. And so how can we do this business in a way that doesn't feel like that? And I realized that we naturally are selling people on stuff all the time. So like whether it's a good restaurant or for girls, if it's like some new kind of makeup, for me, my perfect example is the type of water bottle I use is called a Hydro Flask. And I have gotten so many people to buy them because I love them. And I talk about how amazing they are. When someone asks me what type of water bottle they should get, I'm like, this is what you need. Here are all the things about it. Here's where you can get it. Like I'm so energized about it. And that review has someone go and buy it or not. And I don't care if they go buy it or not. I also don't get a cut from Hydro Flask if they do buy it. So really, if we can shift our mindset to be like that about our Juice Plus business, that's the way that we can do this. And that's really what we are doing is we found this product and this program that we love and has impacted our lives and our families' lives in such a huge way. And when someone asks for a recommendation, of course, that's going to come out of our mouth. And so that's really the shift in mindset that has to happen around. And that's what happened for me. And so when we teach our team in our trainings of kind of verbiage and how to do this, and we really help you along the way to do this in a way that feels comfortable to you and to not feel super salesy. And what I tell my team a lot of times and new people that are looking at this business is that this opportunity, all it does is provides options. That's what this business does. Is for me, this business has been the financial support, the financial foundation for all the other things that I love to do that I wouldn't be able to do if I had a 9-to-5 job. So I'm super passionate about animals, and I've always wanted to volunteer at shelters. And because of this business, I was able to volunteer 3 days a week for about 3 or 4 years when I was living down in Southern California. And, I love that. But if I had to, make money at that turns into then a job or something that I'm like, that's stressful and not a joy anymore. I also volunteer coach at my old high school, coach the basketball team there. And the salary that they would pay me, I have them put back into the program because my Juice Plus business supports that. And so I get to do these things that I enjoy that without needing it to make me money. And so all it does is it allows you to do the things that you love that maybe you wouldn't get to do otherwise. And so that's, the Juice Plus business, it provides us opportunities, whatever it is that you want to do. And just like Jenna and Jake, my husband and I just bought our first house. It's kind of under construction. You can kind of see it covered in plastic. And I never would have dreamed that this would be our life. 3 or 4 years ago, I couldn't have even imagined it. And it's because of this business that we were able to do these things. So I know that was super quick, short and sweet, but I'm going to pass it on to Joss, who I have known Joss for freaking a long time. His mom's been in the Juice Plus company for a long time too. So it's really cool to see all these kids of NMDs coming up into the ranks. It's really cool. So take it away, Joss.
Hey, thanks, Jake. As you just heard, my mom was also involved in the Juice Plus business. And I don't know if your mom did this or if anyone else's mom did this, but I was kind of dragged to my first conference. And thank God I was, because there I saw so many amazing things that introduced me to what this business was all about. And I wasn't really attracted to anything besides the facts, right? I saw the fact that they had a great product. I saw the fact that the compensation plan was rock solid, and they introduced a new product the first Tower Garden, or the first conference that I went to, which was the Tower Garden. And that just blew me away because I just got done watching, I was on a documentary binge. And I saw a fact that was that the food that we eat in the grocery stores and all this kind of stuff isn't as nutrient dense as it was in the 1950s. And you can say it's because of the GMOs, you can say it's because of whatever, the fact that we don't get it fresh, but the fact is that if you get fruits and vegetables fresh, you get more nutrient dense foods, you're going to be healthier. And that was something that I was obsessed with for a while, but I couldn't start my own garden because I lived in Las Vegas, couldn't start it in the desert, or I was really limited on what I could grow. And when I saw that the company came out with the tower gardens, that's where I kind of saw where I could drive my niche and really grow this business, because it just made sense, right? I can help people grow fruits and vegetables inside their house, outside their house, and it's really quick and basically on autopilot. And that was where my passion for the business really came off, was that first conference, because I met a lot of people from the UK, inspired me to go to London and eventually meet my girlfriend, which was amazing. And also see that I could do this all from my phone and share the opportunity and share my enthusiasm on a bigger scale. And that we had such an opportunity, that there was these people that went from, not nothing, but they didn't have much, to, a life of abundance, and share that with other people. And that was what really captured my enthusiasm. But the second thing was, I come from a sales background. Like, I'm from Las Vegas, so I started selling poker chips when I was like 15 years old on the Las Vegas Strip to tourists. I moved up to selling watches, and then I sold cars and anything in between that I could get my hands on. And the fact that our compensation plan gave us the retail sales profit and commission, and if you taught people how to do the business and do it successfully, you got a commission for helping them do something successfully. That's unheard of in any other type of traditional sales environment. You know what I mean? Because every other place I had to go in, I had to wear a little monkey suit, and I had to, they had to pay for the building, they had to pay for this, they had to pay for that. And with this, they just pay the person, which I thought was always what I wanted to do, and to get that clarity about that's what really the business is instead of paying for all the excess stuff, they just give it straight to the distributors that really want to go out and affect a lot of people and do things in a more efficient way. That's what really captured me and has kept me working the business. I'm now a qualified national marketing director, have business all over the world, and I can't wait to keep going. So that's my story. I'm going to pass it off to Lainey, another one of my good friends that I met through the business. Are you unmuted?
I'm here.
All right, cool.
Hey guys. Thanks, Josh. I love hearing all of your guys' stories. I love just the community that we've been able to build. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Delaney Dillon. I am 23 years old, fresh out of college, been a year. And I actually started this journey when I was 19. So I partnered with the company and started eating Juice Plus when I was 19 years old. And for me, I just kind of had a freak moment when I was 19. I had to sit down and sign my major. And it really forced me to sit down and think like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? And as I'm signing my major, I'm realizing that the direction that my feet are pointed at are the exact opposite direction of what I truly wanted for my future. What I want for my future, I wanted to travel. I want to be around people who inspire me. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to be my own boss. I want to own my time. I want to be able to do whatever I want in the mornings. I love my morning time. And there's so many things, but I thought about. Oh, we got someone unmuted. Thanks, awesome. So anyways, for me, I just thought about what I wanted my future to look like. I'm like, I'm signing myself up for a 9 to 5, aka a 7 to 7, and I don't want my life to look like that at all. Why are my feet head in this direction? Whoa, skirt. And this business found me when I was 19. And when it was laid out in front of me, I immediately saw the vision of what my future was before me. And it was everything I could have asked for. And I thought it was honestly too good to be true. I'm sure some of you are listening like, sounds too good to be true. But honestly, it's been 4 years since I partnered with this company. I'm 23 years old now. I was able to hire myself, you guys. Not only was I working 3 jobs, I was able to quit my jobs and just be full-time dealing fruits and veggies in a capsule and a whole food-based protein powder and helping people design their lives since I was 19 years old. But I was able to get out of the system. I never even had to enter the system. When I graduated college, I was actually one of the top students in my college of business. I was being heckled by recruiters, and I said, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want what you have to share. If I'm going to put my all into something, I want to be passionate about it. I want to love it. I want to feel like I'm actually making a difference with my time. And so for me to be able to come out of college, graduate, hire myself, I'm now a year out of college, and guess what? I'm making just as much, if not more, than most of my peers who are hating their lives, having their soul sucked by their 9 to 5. Some people love their corporate life. Some people love their jobs, and that's amazing. Everyone should find something that they love. But if you don't love what you do, you don't need to be miserable. No one's telling you you have to stay there. No one's telling you have to hate your job. If you're going to put your all into something, it should fill your cup. It should fill you with life. You should love who you work with. You should love what you do. I think I'm being high maintenance, but call me crazy, but I don't think I should have to be forced to hate what I do. So for me, getting to design my life. Right now I'm in LA. I'm actually moving to Lake Tahoe in 2 weeks. I'm going to Memphis. I'm going to take a little road trip down PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, for the next week. Hit up a bunch of friends that I work with. And it's the weekday. It's Monday tomorrow. I don't need to show up anywhere. I don't need anyone to tell me to do it. As long as I have my phone, I can work. And I get to share and inspire healthy living all along the way, and I get to write it all off. So for me, being able to escape the system, and I don't regret getting a degree. I got to network with amazing people, make awesome memories, but no one's looking at my resume ever. And I don't plan on that ever happening. So you got to work for yourself. You have to be in business for yourself, because only you can build your own dreams. If you don't go build your own dreams, someone is going to hire you to build theirs. So whose dreams do you want to be building ultimately? I really suggest you go build your own. So anyways, that's a little bit about me, my story, and what I've been able to do with this amazing opportunity. And I'm going to pass it off to Jenna to wrap it all up in a nice bow.
Thank you so much, Lainey. It's awesome. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your story. I mean, I love listening, because I feel like there's just so many different perspectives, different energies, different backgrounds. And that's the beauty of what we do, is you can hopefully see yourself in at least one person on the call. Whether you're doing this because you are super passionate about helping people get healthy, or whether you're doing it because you're super passionate about giving yourself more options and having a life. And that was really, where my wake-up call was, is that I grew up around this. My mom has been, working in the wellness field for a long time. My dad is a physician. They both have been very passionate about obviously sharing something that is the real deal, and not all about the hype and the, all the other stuff we were talking about before, but really just fruits and vegetables in a capsule, or fruits and vegetables in a smoothie mix, or fruits and vegetables in a tower. And that simple concept has radically changed so many people's lives, millions of people's lives around the world. We're in 30 countries around the world, and we do everything from our phones. We're allowed to build relationships and talk to people. And it was just such an amazing thing to watch. My mom has been in the business for a long time, over 17 years now, built all the way up to the top level of national marketing director. And I watched her do it. She never quit anything else she was doing. She just did this as she did life. So it's not like an either or thing, but it can be a plan B that turns into a plan A. So when I got off to college, I went to UCLA for school, and my parents had given me a franchise for my 18th birthday. And I pretty much was like, thanks a lot, Mom. It's $50 a year. So I was like, I think I remember literally saying, I wish I got an iPad. And now I realize it was honestly, one of the best gifts they could have given me, because it was their way of saying, look, we know you could do this if you wanted to, but we're not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to help you necessarily. I mean, they're going to help me, but not do it for me. And so I had to make that decision and see, was I actually passionate about this? And I think what shifted for me was when I shared Juice Plus with Jake, my now husband. He had such an amazing impact on his own health and on his family's health just by sharing it with a few people, that my mindset shifted. And I went, oh my gosh, if I just open my mouth and share something that I'm passionate about, just like Jake was talking about with the water bottles, imagine how many people that will affect down the line. It's not about me. It's about how many people I can help. And so when I saw that happening in his life and in his family's life, he was the one that was like, let's take a look at this business. And it just grew from there. So really when I graduated UCLA, I was the one who said, you know what? I'm going to get a real job. I'm going to get a 9-to-5 job. And I got hired at the Soho House in Los Angeles, which all of my friends were, like, oh, you're so lucky. I'm so jealous. It's like the dream job. I was in the marketing department. And I remember walking up my first day and I was like, this sucks. I hated it. And it was shocking to me because it was what I had studied for 4 years to do. And then that first day, understanding that my reality now was building someone else's dreams, someone telling me what I was worth, what they were going to pay me and what I was worth, how much my time was worth. And then also not giving me any time freedom and obviously no financial freedom as well. So I said, not doing this. There's got to be a better way. Let's look into that franchise. Let's look into that virtual franchise that my parents had gifted me 4 years before that I kind of ignored. And that's when all this started. So really it was the fear of me thinking, what's going to happen if the next 5, 10, 15 years look just like this, where I'm working for someone else, I don't have time, all of those things, what's going to happen? Like, nothing's going to change. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So where that shifted was, me really wanting to have more for our life. And now, Jake shared with you earlier, my husband, we just bought a house in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're able to, at 27, we are completely paying for everything that we could possibly dream of right now in our life. Obviously, we've got bigger dreams, and that's the beauty of this, is it grows with you. But right now, for what we want, this company is giving us everything: the stability, the support, the benefits, the bonuses, the freedom, and being able to buy a house, being able to live where we want to live. We're about to go to Italy for 2 weeks during this process of moving. We just decided, why not? Let's pick up and go to Italy for 2 weeks, work our business from there. And then we're also going to be driving across country and doing a 23-day road trip in my car as we go from friend's house to friend's house who's in the company, in the Juice Plus company, who's hosting us. And we're doing really cool events along the way and just partnering with people along the way. So that's our reality now, and it's just a dream come true. So if you're if you're on here right now, I want you to think about, what if you said yes to this? Because I think it's easy to get caught up in all of the hype that's out there, and these stories can sound really fun, but a lot of people, I think, forget to actually take a step back and ask yourself, what if this was true? Rather than having that skeptical mindset right from the beginning, like, oh, they're probably all just lying and this isn't really part of what they do in their life, right? So I challenge you to actually consider for a second, like, what if you could have everything you ever wanted? Or what if you could design your perfect day? What would that look like in your own life? And then start to believe it, because we have the vehicle to do that. We have a system in place to help you get whatever you want out of this. It might just be a couple $100s a month. And that can pay for your, in my opinion, my 3 boutique fitness gym memberships that I really love being members at. That I love that. Some people, they would prefer to have enough money to pay a car payment, pay their rent, pay their mortgage. It can go up and up and up from there. Or it can just be about the mission, if you're just passionate about helping people. So life's too short not to. And I honestly get so upset when someone cuts their life short from a heart attack, like 40, 50-year-old father who drops dead of a heart attack, and leaves his kids, leaves his family. Like, that's horrible. It's not fair. That's why we're so passionate about the health side of this. But I'm equally as passionate about making sure that someone doesn't live their entire life, 40, 50, 60 years, working for someone else's dreams, and then they wake up one day and their life's over. And that's not what I want either, because I think it's actually worse than the previous if you really are doing something that you're not passionate about and that's not giving you back in return what you deserve. So we have so much added value, with our community. Maybe you just want to enjoy the health benefits of Juice Plus or the Tower Garden, or just start as a customer. We're 90% customer base. So it's really rare. We're not a buying club. We're not running around looking for any random people to work with us. We're really looking for passionate people, and we want people who are excited. We're not just trying to sign people up. We really want people who see this vision, understand the mission, and get excited about this. And maybe that's you. Maybe you just jumped on this call because your friend made you, or because you're trying to get someone to stop, texting you like, you would be so perfect for this. And you were like, fine, I'll listen, But honestly, maybe that's shifting. Hopefully for most of you, you've heard at least something that's inspired you, whether it's from the health side or the life side. So we're all about building relationships. I hope you saw that tonight in the stories. And I'm just so grateful that all of you came together for a second. Please, please, please reach out to the person that invited you on here just to learn more about us and how we could possibly help you. We have so many resources in our database, in our toolbox, so many tools in our toolbox, and we're here to help you. So again, my name is Jenna. You heard from my husband Jake earlier, and we're just excited. The future's never looked so bright, and I wake up every day like just ready to rock it because I have the vehicle to accomplish whatever I want to, and I'm in control of that. So thank you, Danielle and Joss, for having us, and everyone else who spoke.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Jenna.
Thanks, Jenna.
Thank you, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Sunday.